The Trump campaign says Joe Biden hasn't done too much in the past few months. They say he's simply hiding in his basement. What do you make of his strategy so far? Does he need to do anything drastic? Can't he just keep quiet and coast to victory?
Well, he can't do that all the way to the election. It's been a pretty effective strategy because every time he does open his mouth, he puts his foot in it. You might say that the only time Joe Biden opens his mouth is to change feet, because the things that he says that are so sometimes unintelligible and often are just such ridiculous gaffes that he spends then the next 3 days after he says something trying to walk it back. But I think Joe Biden's biggest problem is this man's been in politics for 50 years. Think about that, 50 years, his entire life. The only thing he's ever done is a government job. But what does he have to show for it? Plagiarism? Ineffective foreign policy? There's really not a whole lot that he can say. Joe Biden's got a lot to answer for. And at some point, he's got to come out of the hidey hole and stand up and deliver a message, which he has not done.
I noticed that plaque over your left shoulder, which reads, "Come, let us reason together," which is apropos to my final question to you, sir. Regardless of the result in November, how confident are you that we'll ever see some sort of return to civility? Or should we accept the fact that politics in the US will always be polarized, hyper-partisan, and driven by fear and anger?
A lot of it depends upon what younger Americans believe about their country. If they believe that taking to the streets and throwing bricks through windows and stealing items from a store is okay, then we're going to be in real trouble. I'm not sure this republic survives that, if that's the mindset of the next generation. If they believe that free speech means you have to agree with them, and that if you don't, you're supposed to lose your job, lose your business, be firebombed, then we're not going to make it. That's as simple as I can put it. But I think we always have the opportunity to come back as a nation, to realize some of the errors of our ways, and to realize that the polarization, the intense level of anxiety is not helpful. Look, I've said for many years, one of the reasons that plaque is over my shoulder, it was on the mantle in my office when I was governor for almost 11 years. And it reminds me that, Democrats aren't wrong all the time. Republicans aren't right all the time. Part of governing is working with other people, recognizing that those great political scientists, the Rolling Stones, have it right. You can't always get what you want. That's how politics works.
Former Arkansas Governor Mike Huckabee, thanks for joining Sky News Your World.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure.